Good morning, everyone. We're here at Vivian Park up Provo Canyon in Utah for the start of the Squaw Peak 50-mile trail run. It's the 15th running of this race, and this year, for the first time, rather than being a loop course that takes you up over into Hobble Creek and then up Windy Pass and then down into Big Springs, because of unusual high snowpack, it'll be an out and back course that'll take you down into Provo along the Bonneville shoreline and then into Hobble Creek and then turning around and coming back. So we'll be starting here in a couple minutes. People are gathering here at the starting line.
30 seconds!
30 seconds to begin?
Yeah.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Here we go, the start of the race. People are off. Right now I'm at about mile 6 crossing Squaw Peak Road. Making another climb here. One of the great parts about being in Utah is the beautiful views. Looking down into Provo and Orem. Over there we see Mount Temp at over 11,000 feet. And over here Cascade Mountain. Can't beat some of these views. Right now I'm at about mile 6.5. You see Provo Peak in the distance. Wow, beautiful views. Right now I'm arriving at the high point of the course at about 7,800 feet. I've gained 2,500 feet over the last 7 miles. Now we start heading down to Rock Canyon with Squaw Peak over there. Right now I'm at the high point of the course at 7,800 feet, and down below you see Provo. And Provo was originally called Fort Utah, first settled in 1849 by 33 Mormon pioneers, and the following year in 1850 it was renamed in honor of the French-Canadian trapper Provost, who first came to this area in 1825. However, they weren't the first explorers to this area. The first European explorers came. They were Spanish Franciscan missionaries, Dominguez and Escalante, and they first arrived in 1877. So Provo off in the distance, and we are at mile 7. Now crossing Squaw Peak Road. Now we start heading downhill toward Rock Canyon. A few water holes along the way. And I'll just go around them. Occasionally when I've come through here I've seen wild turkey, a lot of deer. These blue and orange markers indicate that either a turn is coming up or you're supposed to turn at that point. Very useful to keep you on track. Right now it's 6:20 and I'm still heading down Rock Canyon. I started early this year. Number one, I asked John if I could, get some video and do another video report of some of the elite runners out ahead, which I'll never see, at least at the beginning of the race. And I'm pretty slow. Last year I finished in 15 hours and 40 minutes. We'll see what happens, and hopefully I'll see some runners here in a few minutes. Coming down Rock Canyon here. Rocky. You can see the river there again. Just multiple crossings. Multiple crossings. Fortunately, I don't have to cross it wading through it. Whew. That'd be bad. At least I don't have to swim across this one. Whew. Boy, that would be terrible if you fell in. Extreme danger. The high snowpack this year. Water's really coming down, and it's only going to swell as the days come on. And then way over there, Provo in the distance. Pulled into aid station number 3, and just take a minute to get warmed up, and then we'll continue on. I've just left aid station number 3, and now just above Provo, heading on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. Today I started a little early to get ahead of the elite runners. Here we have a couple behind us. You can see that, boy, you have to really push to make this work. Morning!
Morning.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm doing great.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good job. I got hard rock. Oh, you doing hard rock too? Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, another friend of mine, Dave. He's doing it also. Howdy. How's it going?
Right now I'm on a section of the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. Actually, Bonneville used to be a prehistoric lake that used to cover this region starting about 32,000 years ago up until about 14,000 years ago when water escaped out of an area called Red Pass in Idaho. This whole area, the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, actually at some point in the future will connect, hopefully, from Idaho all the way down to Nephi in a distance of approximately 260-70 miles. And the nice thing about this area, the Bonneville Shoreline, is that it actually connects the wilderness area to suburbia down below. A perfect a place to hike and to run and to bike. Morning.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Right now I'm at a little over mile 18. Right now I'm approaching about 20 and a half miles. Approaching the Spring Creek aid station number 5. From here it's a 2-mile climb up to Camelback and then down into Hobble Creek. Finally, I get a little shade here. Boy, it's nice and cool at the moment. And that's kind of a little bit slow. But if this is gradual up, should be okay. Beautiful views up in this area. Spring Creek Canyon. If I had to make a basic assessment so far of the race, I think this is a little bit more difficult than the other. That Bonneville Shoreline section, boy, it's just undulating up and down and up and down. And with the heat today, who knows? This section right here, I'm about miles 22, is kind of brutal. Boy, there's just a lot of loose rocks, somewhat steep. Sun's coming up, starting to get hot. Wow, here comes the first lead runner. Good job.
Hey, thanks.
No problem. Here comes the second lead. Now we're reaching some of the upper reaches of the canyon. It's leveling out a little bit. About mile 22 and a half. All right, I made it to the top. About 22.6 miles right now. Now we're heading down about 2 more miles down to the aid station and the turnaround point. There we go. I'm approaching mile 24. Beautiful pasture here. Sometimes there's a lot of cows that arrange here. I've been on this road also when, well, at night, kind of spooky when you encounter a cow along the road. It don't bother you, but it kind of puts a fright into you sometimes. All right, let's keep moving. Reaching the aid station, mile 25, or approximately. Here we're at the aid station. Let's hear it for the volunteers! Woo! All right, now heading back up. Heading up Rock Canyon. I just hope that I can get out of the sun in a few minutes, get a little shade, recoup, see if I can regenerate a little bit. A lot of interesting and beautiful things to see along this stretch of Rock Canyon. Beautiful day. Up on Rock Canyon, you do have some sources of water from here, so if you need some, you can be ready. Making our way down to Hope Campground. Again, Mount Temp in the background. Trail's kind of quiet here. Again, heading down the trail. Just left Hope Campground, and a little over about 5 miles to go. Come on, Mike.
We're gonna do it.
All right.
All right, let's rock and roll.
I'm approaching Nunes Park for the last, I guess, mile and a half. I've been able to run this section. Still a little warm. Not bad. Here we go. All right, let's take a run. Well, I've reached the end of the Squaw Peak 50 mile, the 2011 version. Aid stations were great. The temperature was a little warm, but everyone was very friendly, and I was able to come in at, I think, 14:53. For me, that's fine, and now it's time to go home and get some rest. So, until next year.